interpretation of the map, I think, is going to come through. We see that EDG has decided to start on the attack.
Welcome in there. Thank you so much.
That double duelist. Again, thinking about the way that they played against Liquid, I didn't mean to say mid-run, but actually mid-control, and it's something that has to happen and has to change here.
I respect the dedication on this. Okay, we go to split PRX when we looked at their split before, literally just sight hit over and over again.
I'm really excited for this.
Do we see a similar story? Can EDG stop sight hits?
We'll find out shortly, because we're going to head into split now and toss this over to your casters, Bran and Sideshow.
More imports for the off-season? I don't think so. I don't actually think so.
Bring it all the way over the line in map number 1 here, our elimination game, fighting for a chance of survival on either side.
Yeah, and I really do think the mental battle massively in favor of PRX here. I don't want to be the armchair psychologist, but you're looking over at Kang, he's, you know, biting his fingers, heading into map 2. Yeah. You're listening to the coach talk about how they allowed themselves to fall into the frantic pace that PRX end up playing at. It's got to be controlled.
Okay. they both have double duelist comms, right? Oh man, this is going to be wild. Split's probably going to do a reverse, and you're just going to see it be very attack-sided on this one. We'll see how the overwhelm looks on this one. Straight up B hit, 2 people here.
Just played slowly. He's eager to take a name off the list.
I'm telling you, the confidence on these players is crazy. How they're on to 3 HP. Nobody takes another hit as well, 45.
Hold it down towards a choke point, but taken out, traded, so 3 for 3, but damage has been done.
Wait, is Nade incredible?
Yeah, that's going to be getting
Nade is incredible.
Line them up for him. 2 ripped away with Jing and Divide.
Oh, they're feeling it. Coming out swinging for this one.
The purchase from Divide, you know that they've got confidence.
Absolutely. Forsaken too. Both of them ripping heads off and doing so much chip damage that Jing was able to drop into the site and get 2 with a nade and just a tag of a frenzy. Simple cleanup. And the first round going quickly for EDG. I'm sure we'll see some variety in pace over their attack side on split. I'm very confident that their coach has already passed along that piece of feedback to them.
Charge comes up.
Not a great start for this Chinese
Do they
team
pick attack?
On a blinder of a run so far.
Yes. But it's not too bad because they got double duelist.
4 players up here in mid. On this eco round.
Oh, dude, wait. They have no idea about Chichu. And that nade's incredible. Okay, now they do. 45 HP. He's so committed here with an Astra.
That's what he's holding for.
Oh my goodness, the dropped judge has just completely wrecked them. Jing has to do cleanup. And nice shot from Smoggy here in the end.
That's what this game is going to be a lot of, right? It's a double
duelist, this was wild. They're so overzealous with some of the stuff here.
Less elsewhere in the world. But
yeah, honestly, this right here is one of the devastating things about the judge on against ecos, because this kind of stuff can happen.
And then you get Kang jumping around like bunny.
Yeah. Just rolling them with the judge. Gifted him a gun there, makes the most of it.
That's a giggle from Divide, despite the fact that they've lost round 2 and completely crushed their economy.
Yeah. It's a devastating round.
Early days in the map.
And this is more what you saw the pace of EDG's attack side looking like against Liquid. Very slow contact plays behind the Viper utility
Alex desk.
And
mate, he must just age so much watching his team.
Playing a slow round like that. This one is spread to make sure that they can collect PRX if they push mid or push B.
Crossover towards Ram. Good clearance there off the dog. Necessary info. It's forced the dash out of Forsaken. He's worried about a repeat.
Rotate comes in. That is madness from Jing. He has gone for a double shorty, and then he's tried to knife.
Okay, smokes fade. Reals Forsaken's position.
Man, sometimes when I watch PRX, I'm not sure it's it feels. It doesn't feel like it's a LAN game. I'll put that out there. Sometimes they're so wild. I mean, obviously, you get to the kill.
I mean, this is the play that he makes.
Dude, I mean, he nearly got it. He got a knife hit off.
75, yeah, he did knife him.
Okay, great work, I suppose.
Incredible.
Coming into this next one, I really want to take a look at the tempo that
insane,
EDG
isn't
plays
it?
at and how quickly PRX are able to rotate. That, to me, that's the big issue between these two teams. If PRX is able to get the reads early on, it's going to help them massively on defense.
Flash goes deep. This is a nice fast hit with this.
Again from EDG.
So fast. I mean,
Money's
double
out of
central
control
play
for
with the
EDG, by the way.
Enough to take male control. Forsaken takes a fight
That's
though.
a
Smoke
huge kill.
recalled in his face. Howdong set up for the fight. Wins it. Dog seeing CGRS. Stun did not connect.
I'm really surprised he didn't try and nade that,
Used the
but
nade for that location, but
maybe the dog didn't stun. I'm not
side
sure.
against it.
Felt like it did.
In the midst of all of this, Mindfreak is sneaking out through B main,
Howdong's
challenging
still-
Howdong.
I mean, he's got the read on this.
Mate,
I mean,
Howdong
Howdong's
is
just
in
expecting
for it,
there to be
though.
the reclearance.
Knows in the
Very well
4v5,
played.
they're most likely
This
to
is
go
an
aggro,
adjustment
try and
to how
get a
PRX
kill
like to
back.
play, how aggressive they are on defense.
That's
Got a
actually,
big
I'll tell you what,
set
that is a
double
protocol that
duelist execute
EDG
on
have
the
been
defensive side.
very good
Seeing
at.
some
We've actually seen it in every single one of their games. When they get the first kill, which I imagine they do a lot, right, because he likes to attack up and etc. They've been very good at just holding. Just everyone just cutting sound, just holding. Well, cutting sound to an extent with this team. Just holding for a reactive push. We saw it on Lotus yesterday. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was the day before. I can't remember. Yeah, it was the day before. But yeah, they're very good in the 4v5. They know the tendencies of a lot of teams, and they're just very, honestly, very disciplined, which I didn't think they were at the beginning.
Try and re-clear moments like that when they're a player down. I will say, you know, when I was thinking about the stylistic matchup between these two teams, EDG were getting punished quite a bit by how slow they were playing.
They're saving.
Last time around against Liquid,
Okay,
but I
they're
think
saving.
PRX
That's
always
3,000 for everyone. No one has to rebuy armor.
handling a lot of those openings
We
to
just have to
EDG.
rebuy some of the
Decided to play that
util.
really slowed down,
Okay, thank God there was at
play
least one
style.
kill in there.
I think in general, the stylistic matchup does favor EDG.
Yeah, take a
They're the
little bit
kind
of the
team
economy
that
down
likes
because
to
this
slow the
is
pace and
getting really out of control. I
any
called it at the
reaction
beginning that we
that
might
comes
have
out
a
from opponents. It
crazy
works
attack half,
beautifully
but
well in China,
with this
where teams are a
econ,
little more
it
sloppy.
could get
But
to stupid
it
levels.
certainly did not work on map 1. Like After was saying, they got dragged more
Man,
into
he
the
was so
flanking
ready for this the whole time. That's
instead
impressive.
of making
That's
sure that
that's
they
actually the
control
hard stuff to be able to do in game.
More difficult, you
Just
could
be
argue, on
ready
Fracture, though.
constantly
There's
for a
more
push that, what, 90%, 95% of the time isn't actually going to happen.
Knives online here for Forsaken. Blade Storm. Bit of information gathered there. Skyflash through. Kang seems to lurk his way into mid, just can't quite get the aim. A rifle under control.
And you do not expect a Sky to be playing in that kind of position. Just a really odd off angle for CGRS to be on. And Kankang was thinking it was completely open. So gets caught there, very unaware.
Dogs exchanged.
And we go back into the same kind of stuff. EDG, they don't like to take early map control on their attack side. It was a very odd game plan they were demonstrating in the game against Liquid, and they're doing it
It's a
again
strong
here.
off angle. Are
Gold
they...
for Jing. Smoke in his face. Any Cosmic Divide, double up draft, no heads found. Jing's still there. Eventually the Cosmic Divide is here. Here's the showstopper.
Whoa, wait,
Puts it
what?
away. Shot, I don't know what happened there,
What?
but Jing does not get
Did
value from it when
he
saw
think
two
he
of the
shot it
targets.
and then flicked to his gun?
Got to be a missed input or something, right?
Yeah, it's surely. I mean,
He thought he
brutal.
shot it and then
Should've been
flicked
winning
to
that
his
fight
gun to
out.
try and save some time
Moving on
so
such.
you cancel
Still
the
looked down.
animation, right?
Howdong taken out Divide. CGRS feeling like he has to make a play in a moment there, pushing forwards to the angle that was being spammed into elbow. Beautiful flash into
I don't think he
corner.
saved
Mindfreak
much time doing it, but...
hopping away here.
Oh
Contained.
man, that's so costly.
And EDG continue to find success with this unorthodox play
Mate,
style.
PRX might have to
One
do
of the
that
reasons why it looks so
outrageous
odd
comeback
is
again
that
if they
they're
want this.
starting their A executes from so far away. You see other teams like to try and fight over a ramp control early on, so that if they decide to exec into the sites, they can do it from closer. They give less warning to the defending players over there. But on the positive side, unless
He would
you
have
go
had
and
two,
actually
yeah.
contest a ramp,
Starchy with the prime, thank you so
don't
much, bro.
really know
Appreciate
whether
you.
EDG are
Welcome
there
into the Slug Club.
It's
Thank you so much, mate.
quiet.
They go for the default again, heavy.
But I mean, look at how
Heavy mid
little ramp
punish.
control the attackers start with when you choose this strategy.
Yeah, it's like they've just drawn up lines in terms of where they seek to take the fights from, but nobody's willing to cross it.
Bro,
25 seconds into the round, they don't
what
really
is this
be
Twitch
playing
name?
mid.
Say it.
They're just
Sure. Tweet.
very passive, and it works if PRX.
I don't know if I can say it. Cheeks acquired 69. Welcome into the Slug Club.
Dash to disengage,
So some of you are unhinged. Why is that your Twitch username, bro?
Risky jiggle there from Mind Freak. Triggers out the pull. Repositions actually now towards the backside of B. But again, EDG defaulting into an A hit. Players grouping up. They were doing this all the time.
Flash goes in over towards his. The timing might actually be a lot better than they think it is. I'm not sure if they heard the flash over towards Heaven. How do they push Forsaken off? Oh, they go for the teams were doing this really early on in Split, and people were getting punished by rifles. But they do a smoke like this, so it covers off if you're playing elbow and spawn. Keep an eye on the time. Wow, that was impressive, honestly, from GG. Plant just goes in. They might not expect Divide to have this timing.
Of the draw, but
Howdong's been pretty incredible. Oh, Pit's going down. He can recover some health.
Aim adjusted Divide. 18 bullets.
41 HP.
Howdong, a single shot should do it. Him versus Divide, and Divide on the cusp of greatness. Waiting it out, seeking the recross.
Wow, bro,
takes the
that's
fight
really
anyway.
impressive. That's
Beautiful
really
stuff from
impressive. It's a very good 1v3 from him. That second kill is outrageous.
Adds a Red Bull clutch onto it at a global
Atrox, what's up, dude? Thank you so much, mate. Good to see you up nice and early, potentially up nice and late. I'm not entirely sure.
Don't ask.
Wait, it's Atrox, right? That's how I say it.
Interesting.
What a play towards the end. That really should have been EDG's.
Bro, you can't tell me you're not just going to be one of those people that gifts loads. Cheeks acquired 69. Thank you so much for the gifted chat. Let's get some Slug approves in for it. We have Unibor, Unibor and Bostia. Welcome into the Slug Club. If you got gifted, please say thank you to Cheeks.
Now, having said that, the double duelist comp is mostly going to be powerful on the attack side. I think even if EDG get up to 11, I mean, I guess they can't. Even if EDG get up to 10 here.
What happened to the flash? Was it something to do with where was the flash chat? Talk to me. Well, someone who knows what happened with it. Was it smoke? Was it smoke was blooming? We didn't see the animation, but it
one-sided, yeah. I mean,
but it was actually up.
They got 12 out on Lotus. That's the third map. We've just got madness all the way through this series.
Oh, it was Viper ult. Okay, yeah, so again, let me just quickly explain. So, when you do a Viper ult, right, say that this is it at the beginning, and say that it spreads to, like, this, right? Say that this is the Viper ult, it spreads to this. Once you instantly push it, it is actually fully like this on the server, right, in the game itself, and it's just the animation that slowly, like, fills this out. But in terms of it, it's just a big box at the beginning anyway, so any kind of flash that's in that box isn't going to flash anyone.
We'll see. They're on opposite sides of the map at the moment here, but...
You need to fix that, bro. That's well hard to fix. Like a coding, moving hitbox like this, very hard to do. Above the ult, though, remember the ult's client side and it does this, so it's not always what you see.
Fight taken here. There's no trade really inside because it's an operator to Forsaken. He's worried about the reswing. Picks out the shorty. Maybe hoping to try and dash up onto the opposition, but it allows Howdong a chance to just escape out of there, and he's holding.
Just watch the replay. Someone give me the replay. I'll watch it.
Correctly, the barrel sticking out. I think Howdong knows exactly what to expect. Yet still, the shot lands. Kang, he's taking a little walkabout. A casual jaunt into mid.
Again, bizarre from EDG, having gone to play Rub, but it's 3-3.
Big 3-on-3. Divide again, maybe hero mode? Mate, they're not going to expect him here. Ooh, I mean, they kind of did.
That's perfect. Finds the first one. Jing is up in the air. There's no shot. He gets a kill, man.
30 seconds left.
Sailing right through.
What the hell,
25 seconds left. Smoggy He's seeking a kill to try and turn.
Okay, chat, I'm just going to quickly check this. Watch out for the flashbang.
Just another level of
oh, actually, it's over here.
I mean, it's purely whimsy.
I can watch on my second screen.
Yeah, I mean, EDG
Okay,
are
yeah,
going to take
it's just the spread of the vibe. Oh, actually, it's kind of a bit above.
They're getting punished for the way that they're playing. Okay, so let's start here. Haodong played this situation really nicely, but when Kang walks up mid like that, he doesn't have a distraction. He's doing that before the A hit.
Honestly, I think it is the Viper just touching it, but yeah, it's super above it.
So he's just walking up mid, hoping to catch a timing. That's not an effective way of generating value for your team as an attack side raise.
You want to see the replay of it? We've got a timeout, so I'll show you one now.
EDG look very one-dimensional right now, despite being in the lead. And I think that's concerning for a team.
Pretty high above it, to be honest, but I would say it's just, like, only just in the Viper ult. Again, it's like not always client side. It needs to fully spread. It's relatively low. I know that at this angle it looks insanely higher than it is, but actually it must just cover it. Remember, like, it gets a little bit bigger and then it's like wavy at the top, so it probably just hit a top wave.
Tend to be quite popular when you've got those combos.
So,
they
yeah.
can also go fast mid. We've seen them run a play where they pull in mail and do a double blast pack up mid. You know, they've got options there, but for PRX, if you don't see something quick and aggressive to start the round, you can just hold an off angle at mid and B main and start stacking A, right? Have they shown anything different?
It's kind of just how the game interacts. I don't know.
We're walking right into Forsaken with the operator in his hand. It's critical that he finds an opening. Contact plays the start, recalled. The beginning, all grouped up here. What is there going to be to play for?
You reckon it's because the players inside the Viper ult? Interesting. Let's check it again. That might be the one.
He's going back in through the wall. You've got to be joking.
Holy hell, man!
There. In exchange for his life, Kang, he will receive one, and a spike has been dropped down in the middle of nowhere. Cosmic Divide on top of it. It's going to split the side.
Dude, they're so wild, aren't they?
Off the back of it, and PRX, they have all the advantages here.
Yeah, that actually makes way more sense for that other round.
And now it's going to get pitted.
Oh man, this is a nightmare.
A lost round.
What a disaster for EDG.
The only way this gets salvaged is by luck at a draw. Some random spam. Bring down the pit, get a kill. The advantage of the pit is it does allow them to contact a little bit now and take better timing. Shots fired. It did land. Might have to be a 3-2-1.
Man, this with X-ray off.
At the same time.
I have no idea how close it is.
From the high ground.
Oi! Man, I thought he was going to molly. Actually, oh mate, his mollies are really good though.
So close to the wall,
yeah, I mean, he got that from the molly.
The random spam, the spray through. Device still alive though, and that means the pit is up. It's contained a tap onto that spike. Forcing out the positioning, Shorty to bait it out with the swing. Finally,
keep an eye on the time here.
It's opened this up entirely towards the back of the site. Mind Freak is crispy. Lands that shot, knows what it lasts, but the reposition's there. Smoggy with the dash.
The pop-in swing as well. That's so much confidence.
Immaculate play by Smoggy. Absolutely immaculate. He taps the spike to bait the push out of Devi and then punishes immediately. This, by the way, after taking out Forsaken, who went in for just a bit too more. But look at this. He taps the spike to bait Devi in and then dashes away.
That's insane, man. What a nice play from him.
What a step up.
What a really good round.
What an incredible play.
Yeah, and it forces them down to eco.
One away from the Blade Storm. The AWP into goal, but Trailblazer broken. There's no punish in sight. They've given Forsaken easy access to it, so he's got the knives online.
Here.
Everyone on EDG grouped up towards A here. Once more, these are the kind of setups that they were doing. And Devi's taken all of mid control.
Oh my goodness.
Flash over the top as well.
Oh my goodness, there's no way the Seekers has gone into the air to hit him.
That's the dash away, disengage it. Again,
he's still getting kills.
Onto the knives and a fight. It's running and gunning. It's pure spray downs occurring.
What is this game, bro?
Heaven control has been given up.
This is incredible. Flank coming in as well while this has been going on. They push behind.
Deep pushes on deep pushes. Devi.
Very patient with this.
They've got them exactly where they want them. He spots it out, and there's the first. Will he get a second? He will.
Damn, Stinger is
wider with the face still. It's up to Smoggy. Chance to capitalize and still double-faced.
Okay, he handled it so well. Man, people who are good with the Stinger, it's actually so satisfying to watch them.
I mean, they just gave them so much space.
You won't see many teams play an anti-eco round by 5 stacking over towards
Yeah, this anti-eco was sick though.
And not pushing quickly. I really don't know what's going through EDG's head when they make game plans like this. But PRX perfectly countering it. I mean, the space that divided in the round was
they must have had reads into it, it feels like.
I know that EDG are still ahead, but they've also lost the last 3 out of the 4 rounds that they've played. And it looks like PRX
and this forces them back down to an eco. How many people survived? They got so many guns from that.
No info off the flash.
May they keep having bad starts and just get in back into it.
Pay dividends big time. Puts himself up onto a closer angle. Forsaken. He's just aiming up close here to reposition as well. Yep, there it is. Not expecting that Howdong was already pushed up, but it is answered back as well from that attempt.
Mate, the observers are just everywhere. There's just constant duels. There's so much going on. Oh my god.
They still claim the kill. Jing, he's going to be pushing, taking the timing of his own.
Mind Freak backside has the kill too somehow.
Now a bit of backup wouldn't go amiss.
Wait.
Where is his team? Close to the corner. Nobody. He's finding that one. Still Mind Freak dodging, juking. Util sent flying. Another Trailblazer being used and another flank attempt. It's an absolute nightmare for the observers to be catching most of this one because there is action all over the bloody map. Snakebite denying that
yeah, this one is wild.
Dude,
he has a really good chance. Oh, big miss shot.
Again. Finds the first and Chichu's low enough that, again, it's a single bullet that will make its mark and win the round out.
30 seconds left.
Buys the time once more. Spike in the hands of Chichu. He knows that pressure is on them. The spike has not been planted.
Oof.
And it's beautiful movement.
This is madness. Just back and forth non-stop.
Sets him up for the
everyone's getting eco'd.
Was favoured there, so.
Nerves and pressure, Brent. Nerves and pressure. That, to me, is the big story of this game so far because both teams playing their anti-eco rounds dreadfully. CGRS, though, I think you can give
that was such a calm way to play that with the Sheriff, by the way.
He's not got a large tenure as a professional player, and a lot of experience in big moments.
Knows he's
like
going to swing out after he sees him.
With the Trailblazer just opened the door for EDG after they were already set up nicely with the kill on the offer.
Oh,
hello, PRX. Oh, welcome to the party.
They did this last time, though, right? And then he got the 2 with the.
Getting a kill. There's the reward.
Oh boy.
No one's
they definitely have the same ult strats. Like, they're definitely readable with ult strats, it feels like. Because Jing did this last time and they managed to clean it up with 2 with a Stinger.
I think there might be something more towards this, so it was utilized to try and push them back. Out in the open, nobody's just swinging wide. There was nothing.
Mate, everyone is taking duels.
This entire game is devolving into chaos.
Yeah, it looks like a DM.
EDG are really struggling to slow the pace down, but Shishu just manages to squeak his way out. And nobody getting caught there because Shishu hadn't activated his Viper wall. It feels like exactly what the coach was talking about, getting drawn into that frantic pace. But right now, Howdong's found himself, sniffed himself out an opening. Does he call for the rotate, or is he trying to drag players over?
At this point, I mean, mate, there's 37 seconds left.
They could get to A.
If they really run.
I think that's what Howdong's telling them to do.
30 seconds
Going
left.
through sewers seems like a really risky decision for Kankang to be making.
I'm really confused. I mean, Kankang is going to be potentially playing as a late lurk while this comes through. Howdong doesn't have backside. Howdong does not have backside control.
Things are getting messy over here.
Yeah, it's
what is this game?
It's crazy, Brent. It really is because we're talking about this.
One of the
like
wildest
EDG
ones we've seen.
Fumbling the bag right now. They're still going to be up 6-5, but it's because they won those 4 rounds in a row early on. You know, taking away.
How did the astronaut get flashed in the round before? We finally worked it out. It was just the fact that the ult would have spread and it would have blocked the vision of the guy that was on the other end of the ult.
From round 2 to round 5,
we eventually got there.
A bit of a disaster from them. I suppose they won a thrifty in the midst of all of that too. But
let me draw it one more time. Ult goes here. This guy, this dude bra was probably here. Flash went like here. So actually it like blocked the vision. All this guy was inside the ult, but roughly like that. Okay, last round on this one. Let's see what happens. We get the Judge out. Judge back up with the knives. Lionel MHO. What's up, dude? What's up? What's up? This pause. Oh boy, this pause from Jing might
Trailblazer
wreck
in
this.
the charge as well, carving up a portion of it. Here's an updraft. Now finally the dash.
He checked Jing.
Super boosted up in the air, man. Smokey.
Dude, he was so high that Jing didn't see him enter into sight.
It's a 3v3, another dash online. Judge in his hand. Plan for a safe default position.
I mean, Jing still did great.
All playing towards the back of the site here. That's quite poor.
Don't get me wrong, he did great, but it's just so much chaos. They're locked in here, they have no map controls. This is still really hard for the after plant to win.
About the potential of that late lurk as well, but now you start to see it. The time to strike is nigh. PRX. Flash round the side. CGRS with no more util available.
And that helps.
Judge up close though, and he's handed over a gun, I believe. Straight shots for CGRS, pulling out.
Whoa, okay, stand-in.
And he's dragged
The
it
stand-in.
6-6. This guy, not much of a tenure as a pro.
Yeah, that was incredible, bro.
Bit of a Gecko one trick, some might say, on top of it, but God, he stepped up in their moment right there.
He'll be so happy about that performance.
Yeah.
Ridiculous situation.
I mean, and honestly, what a comeback from them.
So both CGRS and Divide managing to win essentially 1v3s, although a bit of a distraction play there from Forsaken. He looks like he can't believe what he's done.
I mean, yeah, can you blame him?
What a half!
I mean, it was wild.
Gifted as well. I mean, this is an absolute brawl. Let's send it down to the desk to break it down so far.
He surprised himself, dude. I love those clips.
Thank you very much, you two. I am having the greatest time. That was such a fun half. And Clint, you turned to me, you made a comment saying, I don't know how EDG is supposed to know where PRX are. I don't even think PRX know where they are. I think a lot of that, we still summed it up.
They're just all over the place, but in like the most classic PRX way, where it's just kind of, you know, you're playing kind of those angles and those, you know, that insane amount
Does
of
the
time
smoke
they put
interaction
into
work with the
ranking
jet
is
smoke?
paying
It's
off
different
right
because you can
now
control
because
it.
of all the craziness and the wackiness, and then Divide here.
So
I was saying it before.
It's not like it's a, it's not like it's a
I need to see him
bloom
be that
animation or
guy,
anything.
That guy who came through for the team so many times during Pacific regular season, and now he's back, and I was so happy.
I'm not gonna lie, my EMEA brain was struggling a little bit here. We were looking at the players on stage and the reactions that they were having. Nothing made sense, and I was literally just looking out, being like, okay, so this one, oh, this happened, no, this happened, oh, people are dying here and here.
I mean, I think the major difference is EDG, a lot of those rounds, they looked a little bit stressed. They looked like they were under pressure, but Kakuka, PRX were just like this consistently every round.
Yeah, exactly. And now moving on to the next half is something that they definitely need to do. I don't know how we managed to get into a 6-6 scenario.
I mean, if we looked at how they played last time on attack, it was just straight up sight hits. Over one was out of control. So I'm worried. I'm interested to just see if they're just going to do that again. Like, they might literally just sight hits all the time.
Was the anti-eco they lost round 2. So that just shows you PRX's mentality right now. They're just so happy.
Yeah, nothing makes sense, but I can't wait to watch more. Honestly, I hope we get a map 3 because Sideshow and Brent, this is the most fun I've had in a while. I don't know about you guys.
It's certainly living up to our expectations. I mean, two teams just taking chunks out of each other, man. I mean, it's a brawl on either side. And it really does get showcased as well in that round score.
Garudis, what's up, dude? Garudis, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it.
But that is all in these players.
Thanks for the 3 months, mate. Thanks for your Prime. Okay, important pistol.
The pressure really is on EDG.
Yeah, they were 4-1 down.
They do look a little stressed in terms of how they play and potentially how they are on the stage too.
There's a dog like claim to an area of the map here towards Heaven. Already a dash forwards. That's a stun caught into the side. Smoke to dissipate as well to try and evade capture.
EDG got 6 against Liquid though. It's completely different breed when it's the double duelist on attack. Liquid's comp on attack isn't great. Double duelist is like probably the best you can get on attack. Damn strong pistol. Dude, he's really stepping up at the moment.
So now you've just got to make sure that you actually convert after you win the
pistol each, right?
Right?
Wait, no, they got both pistols, and then they got E-code next.
Very dangerous. But this team
yeah, I forgot about the eco on that one.
In a good way with how they're playing. They're cooking up the little micro plays, even with CGRS in there, and Forsaken stepping up massively on the pistol round. We talked about that being a win condition prior. And Kankan's gone missing a
4-person
little.
stack here.
He will have to wake up for EDG to be able to pull through. He's got to be Mr. Consistent, as he usually is.
He's going to dog this though, right? Oh no, they're entering. Wow. Right, that should have gone way worse, but they handled this really well. Forsaken's... Oh, I like this as well. Get his ult nice and early. Might even go hunt this.
So now Forsaken just needs one more or a death, and he's got his Blade Storm online.
Maybe not yet. Maybe wait a little bit. Make sure he can't get a gun and win the round first.
Situations must feel so rough for the EDG
Oi,
players.
well, no matter what, he gets his ult into this, so they'll probably take it. They do lose a Spectre from it, but you get nice.
Massive lead fall away from them on Fracture, and now they're struggling to keep pace in the second map. They'll have been hoping that they never even got to this point, obviously, where they're a map down. But even so, as Yinsu was talking about earlier, EDG, they haven't lost on Split since 2021. I mean, they have just been superb on this map when they've played it. Not that they have much recently. And the pressure is really...
Man, they could... This is a really... I mean, it's a good bonus, especially with this ult. Ah, man, come on.
It was quite freeing in terms of the play of EDG.
And a technical pause just to turn their heat up a little more. Give them some time to think and stew.
Let them simmer on the stage. All right, though. I mean, you could argue as well, this is one of the only circumstances we found ourselves in Masters Tokyo where Edward Gaming, EDG, are going up against a team, and you might say that they're the favourites going up against them. I mean, PRX playing with a sub here. Expectations, they're off this team, you know? I mean, PRX would love to be this stalwart defender, the last bastion for Pacific, and make a deep run of it, but they're playing like they've got no illusions of the circumstances they're in. They know their roster's not up to full strength.
What's least second round in a row has had a bug happen to them, Raise Rocket and really pull out.
That you have to give credit to.
But was the Raise Rocket not just a cancel?
Obvious names like Jing, who's been probably their most impactful player at this event. But I'm looking at Forsaken most of the time because I think he's the real X factor as to whether or not PRX have major pop-off performances. He's been forced to go back to the duelist, and it's a role that he's said he finds himself a little brain dead when he plays it sometimes.
And is the Viper thing a bug? It could be.
Duelist, he just goes into autopilot,
it could be, I guess. The thing is, with this stuff, I never know how to. I never know how to judge it. I never know what's classified as a bug or not.
And calling a little more too. Well, back on the duelist, there are just so many rounds here where Forsaken is turning the tide for his team. We saw it on Fracture with his Neon.
Leaf tweeted about it being a bug, yeah, but like it's like the thing is in this game at the moment, it's pretty much just Riot's decision whether what is a bug and what is not. And I would like the line is incredibly thin in terms of like what is a bug and what is not. So it's kind of just on them to decide, really.
So hopefully going to be getting back into the action momentarily.
Going to be loading back in here and just to set the scene.
The Astra smoke pixel might block it. Literally, the reason why it's blocked again. I mean, if someone wants to link it again, we can explain it. So someone give me the replay while we're here. I'll properly explain it now so that you can work it all out. Ah, of course it's done.
Definitely opportunities for PRX to be able to.
I mean, maybe it's a bug, but it's just like an animation in the game. Then Viper's just a massive bug, bro. Like everything about Viper is a bug.
Settle a little bit before you rush into anything, but they've already grouped up.
That's the problem.
A flash and a dash play. It's active. There it is.
Jesus, we go fast on this one.
Showcase, but well, with the updraft halving, Howdong, he knows where to spray it forwards.
He's been really good at the moment, Howdong. He's getting some important kills.
Side him with the rifle spam.
Howdong bloomed a flash there that caught the smoke, and then backed up and anticipated Forsaken's pathing perfectly. Salvage the roundup, but unaware of really the positioning. Kang, he's turning up. That is going to get the confidence flowing.
Yeah, I mean this is a round that felt like it could have been a really good bonus. Well, it was a really good bonus if you look at the guns.
Got to see the signs of life. And that confidence back so damn important. Here he is. Wants to find the kill onto Mind Freak. Well, denied. Crouch peek though at the off angle. Smoggy seeking to collect. So bonus round was denied. Gives a chance.
Tech pause killed the momentum, maybe. Might have been what they needed.
Another point though, as to Kang's confidence levels, it's not just about how he's feeling, but also the economy state. Because like I was talking about earlier, they op about 46% of the time on defense in Kankan. That's a huge amount, almost half the rounds. That's like between 5 and 6 rounds average on defense. Unless they can get the economy grown here, they're not even going to get chances to do that.
All right. Big important round in terms of the econ.
It's cute, straight up towards
Wait, they both played anti and then swung into it? Okay, that's nice. That's strong. They were expecting this. Loved it. Both around the corner. As soon as they heard the double satchel and the flash go off, just insta peak. And again, just big fan on when teams are approaching this. When you have like an anti, using it on the most impactful rounds, right? We look over towards here, we realize that the money's going to be broken. And this is what EDG are pretty good at as well, right? When they have a round, when it's not like an ult involved, something that they know is going to work well, they manage to use it into the most important rounds. They're just going to make the other team go towards an eco, and obviously your economy can start flourishing. So good round, good anti, and good decision to use it in this round. Also a little bit fortunate that they went over towards A Heaven, but honestly PaperX do it a lot of the time.
This is a tough round for PaperX to try and turn. Usually it's Forsaken and Jing that are the playmakers in these kind of situations.
Yeah, it's just contact plays, hoping that somebody will open themselves up for an easy kill. Kang in mid. Grouped up. There is that lurk timing here from Mindfreak, so he's evaded that sight line. And, well, he has got
Man, what's the timing like on this?
No.
It's wild. Dude, they have 15 seconds. They just saving.
Yeah, do they really still want to make a play here? I think they need a pick to do anything.
Really saving?
This is just
what a weird safe position.
It's absurd, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, okay, cleared hard.
No way.
Hoping to take the
dude,
right
you have a nade, you had nade satchel, you could have.
Too much of a difference though. Kankan dying there, to me, I think that's even more incentive for him to just pick up an operator that one of his teammates drops. They've definitely got the potential for that if they want to go for it.
Tech timer.
It would be a little strange.
Tech or tack? Probably tack now. Especially as they saw this anti, maybe they want to talk about something different. Might actually see PaperX take some mid control. We didn't see it too many times. Oh, okay, or just no pause at all.
And of course with EDG, something we haven't mentioned that's really different on their defense.
With the 2 save guns, they managed to get an okay buy into this, but everyone's economy that didn't die in the round before is just outrageous.
As a name duel that Kang is happy to take. He's already found the first one. Dog stun connecting. Forsaken, they are trying to leap right onto him. Bolts offloaded, rocket to the side. Body splattered against the wall.
He's so good to watch.
The footing, the confidence is back in spades.
And the disrespect too to follow. This is what you gotta see for EDG to win. They need Kankan to be putting up performances.
Wow, nice shot, bro. Okay, dude, as well, all 5 of them, full econ, yeah, no damage taken. Like, they get a 4-person save round before, they get a 5-person save this round after. Their money's here for the rest of this.
Heavy lead that EDG were able to get. This is an important beginning.
Definitely is.
They don't falter after losing the pistol rounds. They have rallied all the way back here, so.
Okay, now we get
the lead, forcing PaperX into a timeout.
And so far, PaperX fighting over a ramp control is not working. EDG are just playing tucked behind their Viper wall and then popping back out into them. So
Smoggy, yeah, dude, his rifle is kind of insane, isn't it?
Early on, which is what both of these teams are going to be fighting over. Then they need to pick a specific spot that they think they can have an advantage in. For me, Brent, that would be mid. I know that Kankan just took the fight there and was able to win it in a prior round, but, or in that round, in fact. But that would be my area to go towards if I'm PaperX, because Chishu's not putting the orb there, Haodong's not got a star there. At worst, you're taking straight up aim units, and at best, there's not really going to be too much resistance.
They divert their attention over towards that particular area of the map. I mean,
everyone's really close to ults.
So Josh, you know, it seems kind of obvious to us. We're seeing the big global picture.
Money couldn't be any different.
For what's been occurring, but for now, Spike trending back towards A. They split up towards the map here.
I mean, while you can, the update's coming soon, I guess. I mean, he just rebought, right? But
bit of information gathered. Looks like a bit of early utility as well pumped into B to try and force rotations and an immediate.
Got to warm up, dude. Scream used to do that all the time, every single round.
With how fast PaperX
Just lock onto his teammates' heads.
They're a really quick team. EDG are pretty confident that utility means they're going B, and this is where PaperX look really nice, changing the pace up. They'll throw fast round after fast round and then hit you with this, a bit of a bait. Yeah,
it's kind of nice. The dog at least baits out a lot of the util here. They got a molly and a nade out, and so they can, if they second hit the site, it's gonna be a lot weaker. This is cool. They smoke heaven and they flash into the heaven smoke as well to see if they actually need to worry about it. So it's nice control at the moment of heaven, and then they go back and take some mid pressure as well. They're just gonna. Dude, they're doing the same rounds that they did after their timeout against DRX. Yeah, they are. And it looks like Haldong was ready for it.
IGL for EDG has been absolutely phenomenal.
Mate, Haldong has been unbelievable. He really has.
The sole difference maker in so many rounds.
Yeah, he's just had the big impact rounds.
Weaponry graveyard over there, isn't it?
He was way too ready. Yeah, I mean, they saw, I think, like, honestly, once you saw the double anti in heaven here, like, you could tell they dissected the round before the DRX game. And so that timeout comes in, and I'm telling you, once the timeout came in last time, that's the exact same strat that they did. So I can see why he's so ready for this.
A handful, a very small handful of teams. But PaperX do actually try those kind of plays fairly often. And here's where you see the advantage of holding off angles against a team that likes to contact. You know, you don't always have to just pick up an operator to punish contacting teams. You can hold these off angles where they're just going to be unable to check it or clear it with utility properly. You're not going to get punished as much. So that knocks down the economy onto a bit of a half buy, though there's still two rifles.
Yeah, Sting is coming in for this one.
Could be difficult.
PaperX needs some kind of miracle, really.
No players in sight from the deep flash. Here's a boombot.
Got 3 people on 8K.
It is the half buy. I feel like
Through, what's up?
Still that danger with PaperX. Stun. Here's a dash on top of the box. Nobody spamming. Position is forced. Here's a stinger fight. Wanted out, but spam through the new box. Easy enough. Angle. Nobody.
Oh, I was going to say, imagine he got that extra one. They get some gun upgrades. They can get over towards site, and he has Astral. Oh, Jesus.
Here's a Cosmic Divide also online. This is going to make it quite difficult to get through now.
Been in the whole series? Right. Honestly, through? Might be the first time I've seen you.
Kangkang's looking for a lurk in mid here. Thought he was going to use the nade to try and deny something like that from happening. They could have heard the plan going down.
Giving them easy access to heaven, dropping down. It's a high-low. She's holding that util snake bite, careening across, knows it, isolates it. There's a fight there from Kang, wide swing, but Chichu brings down his opposition. He's left to the 1v1. Mind Freak. There's no swing in sight. Time running so damn low here. Chichu just chooses to
nicely done from Mind Freak. Okay, I mean, they very much needed this, but now this round is the most important. They don't have the loss bonus anymore. If they lose this, it's done.
So many of them scattered throughout the match. And there's one that completely halts the bad string of rounds that PaperX were allowing rather to get against them.
Bro, my girlfriend doesn't call me Sliggy. What? For God's sake,
managing to combo
what happened to you lot?
Just a very simple B split where Forsaken's bait and they just get it hyper aggressively.
There's an off online. Seeking to offset the balance as well from that round that was just gained up close.
Oh my goodness.
Cuts his way across. He's not allowed a clean fight. Spam to try and
keep an eye on this duel at middle. Might be pretty important. Yeah, it was important. Dude, the observer's kind of smashing this. It's a hard game to observe. There's been so much going on.
What a thing to throw into the mix, but Kang just opened himself up a little bit too wide there onto the heaven angle. Forsaken gets in.
Good luck on sight.
In his hands,
yeah.
Laid down. And that cover and fire. Explosives towards elbow, fight taken up close again. It's being traded out still. It's all up to nobody.
Actual one-on-one still?
1 versus 1. CGRS versus nobody. 6 bullets. Reload up top. Dog still available. This reposition is everything. CGRS. No way, man. No way at all. Another tap. Basic.
Wow, fair play.
That's it. Nobody.
Fair play that he knew that one.
How
How has he got the read on that?
He also did the, you see the singular bait shot as well, that's faking that he covers the sound for him on drop. Like, that's really, really smart. That extra 1 bullet that he just fired, just to bait it down like he was covering the sound of him dropping. And he was all on, he was so on top of that.
He plays alone a lot, he plays to take hard fights often. And he will deliver magic occasionally. That round looked like it was going to spiral out of control completely.
Yeah, and that was the big round that we're talking about in terms of the money. Now they have to buy a judge. We got knives. We must be missing util. Yeah, we're missing 2 stars. No, he's put 2 stars down. It's not too bad. It's missing Boombot double satchel.
Setting the sight lines on closing out this map and bringing it to map number 3, but it's Forsaken again with the knives. Want to count this guy out again. Such a similar play from PRX. The dog leading the charge, clearing all these corners. Smoke as well. Smoky wants to take the timing out of it. He was eager, potentially there to try and take that fight.
That's Spike.
Right out in the open. CGRS was just holding out the util towards the back. Howdong in and out of the smoke. Smoky
really felt like Forsaken should be getting that kill.
Claims the kill on the rope. It's all up to Mind Freak in a 1v4. Kang with the on. Of course he's on it.
Right, 3 chances, and their buy is going to be awful. They're all sitting around like 2,500, 2,600.
Here's Smoggy finding that time in the big gap in the spacing between CGRS and the duelists. And they just trusted the smoke a little too much.
Yeah, they had full trust in the smoke.
The scoreboard, really the difference maker for EDG, buying time for Kankan to come back online. You're right, EDG are only 1 step away, 1 round from being able to drag us to Lotus. And yet, I still feel like PRX might be able to grab 3 in a row here. We've seen so many.
Okay, a little bit of pressure over towards middle, and it does. It does actually cause a massive rotate.
Or whatever it was on Fracture. 8 rounds in a row even.
Mantle of responsibility is going to be settling on Kang's shoulders. He's the sole player on this A site. With the smoke up, he thinks that the player could have crossed up into heaven. Trailblazer around the back, clears through most of it. Satchel taking up ramp, updraft, dash play. All over the place, Kang. It's not certain as to where these players may have landed, because that's up top into heaven as well. It's again, an attempt to converge and collide themselves into it. A jump spot to bait out these shots, dropping down as well. They need to punish Kang.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I mean, he did great.
Layering it down, these shots, Chichu with the rifle still.
PRX did a good job of making it hard for him to hit a shot, and he still hit it.
35 health. The Viper's pit is there in their hands. It could still be winnable, but no. Taken out. The pit falls. Mind Freak left to do the most, and he cannot do it.
Trying to just catch him off guard there by doing the ult and then just insta-swinging. Alright.
Bringing it all the way to map number 3.
We got another map coming in.
Kankan looks a little bit stressed at that one, but the map much more under their control once they burn